it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. Today it is time for another weekly planning routine video. This is going to be for the week of January 13th, week 3 in this planner. I have some stickers picked out. This is kind of like a transitional week. My work is starting to get a little bit busier after kind of being slow at the end of last year / at the beginning of this year, but I still have a lot of home stuff going on this week. And then after this, I think I'm going to get a lot more busy at work. So I decided to go through my kit stack. I'm trying to use up as many of my old stickers as I can this year. This is one of my stickering goals. So I have this old kit from Sticky Essentials called Inspired. It is kind of, I think, a mini kit format, but I thought this was really pretty. I love the home vibes of this, and I just thought that it kind of matched with the overall vibe I'm going through for this week. So we're gonna go for it. It's got some really, really gorgeous colors. I picked out some fun markers and washies that match so we can use it. Here's what I have sticker wise though, and I can bring in other stuff that I have as well. So I've got some full boxes, some checklists and different things, just really nice bold colors there. I think I might use the glitter headers this week. I was thinking about that. And then yeah, so just a little mini kit, but we're gonna go with that. We're not gonna lose my sticky note. But before I do that, I do need to set my weekly actions for the week. So we can go ahead and turn to this page. I did my weekly reflections from last week digitally, so I'll go ahead and pop a picture of that in right now so you can take a look at that. I think I shared that last week as well. But yeah, trying to use some of my supposed to be journaling time on the iPad there to do some of that weekly action, not weekly actions, to do some of the reflections for the week and things like that. So that is what I did this past week. Semi-slow start with the journaling, but kind of getting better with it. Otherwise, we're off to a pretty good start. There's only a couple weeks left in the month now, I guess 2 more weeks after this or 1 more week. So I want to just check in with my January goals as well. So use planner consistency, meal plan, and lunch prep. That's all going really well. I still have a couple of last year start stuff that I want to finish kind of in this planner. The calendars have all been rolled over. The Google Doc is done, but for this week, I haven't done the vision board in here. I did a digital one. But I still do want to do the vision board in here. I don't know. I might be able to get to that this week. I'm not sure. I may not put that on my weekly actions for this week. That's just definitely not a priority. But if I feel like doing it, having a relaxing evening of it, I can definitely make that happen. I can even count that as journaling if I want. That seems kind of journaling-esque to me to work on a vision board. But what I do really want to work on this week in the personal category is on the digital stuff. So last week I said I had been watching a bunch of Notion videos and that was really helpful. And now there's a MakseLife Club Moxie training on that too. And I think that's this week as well. So I think it'll be a perfect time to start working on that as kind of the digital center of my planner. And I'm also using that to replace some things that I use now on my phone / computer that don't currently sync with each other, that it would be more helpful if they would sync together. All right, so I'm gonna come back to that. Okay, so for this one, we need to book our Feb trip. I'm waiting on my husband to look at a bunch of Airbnbs that I sent him to tell me which one he thinks that he likes. We pretty much know what we're gonna do. We just actually have to book it now. So book the Feb trip. And then I would also like to, while I'm, working on the Notion thing, I can also block the trip dates for the year. Other potential travel days, all things like that. Okay, and then just regular weekend plans. Probably see my dad this weekend. He's been away, so we haven't seen him in a couple weeks because he's been traveling. So that should be pretty easy, so we can do that. And I think I'm all good otherwise on the fun category. I'll add in dots or square or checklists after. I'm just kind of writing everything down right now. All right, so for work, 1, I need to write a blog draft. And then 2, I have a bigger project that's about to be starting. So we're gonna make a project plan and then maybe do a first draft of my project rubric. which is one of my big goals for the year, which is like to create this rubric of accepting projects. This project I've already accepted, so, but I can kind of use this one as a template and kind of like, you know, put in why I accepted it basically. So we can try that. We may go in order today. Let's keep it going. All right. So I've got a school meeting today and I'll probably have some follow-ups after that. So we can work on that. I think other than that, like I don't really have anything. The after school routine is all finalized and otherwise things are going well. Oh, I guess we can work on the routine documentation because that is one of the things that I wanted to work on. Some of this I think may be like done digitally, but I'll definitely share more once I have it. And also I do think I want like a physical version too. So this one also. So then that's also going to go in here and here. All the routines. But like the point is not to have them separated out like this in their document, right? Like it's like morning routine and then have all of the stuff from each of the categories and like have that in one like mega routine that goes into place, if that makes sense. And also really like the idea of like the bare minimum and like the full expanded routine that I got from the MakseLife from the quarterly toolkit worksheets. Yeah, so I was thinking too, once I have that, I'll probably share like how I sketch it out, but then also share some of these routines in like a more vlog style video. So I thought that would be fun. All right, so that is that. So I don't have anything else for family. So I'm gonna say like at least one class pass, except that I spelled that wrong. I've had like pretty good, I've been doing walking. I think I'm gonna add one day to that this week. So I'll do 3 walking. Journaling has not been going as well. So I'll keep that at 3 because I don't think I've that yet. And then yeah, just trying to have a really productive week here. And then, oh, actually another routine, bedtime at 10 p.m., which I hit every single day last week, which is amazing. And part of it was like, cause I didn't really feel well and I was kind of sick, but part of it was definitely because of this app that I downloaded called Opal, which like blocks your phone from you and your iPad from you. So yeah, that's been going really well. It's also been really helping with not reading during the day and like getting so caught up in a book that then I don't finish the things that I need to be working on. So that's been great. Okay, on finance stuff, I actually don't really have anything from this to do. That's pretty much like all done already. From last week, I did like a bunch of financial stuff, but we have like a couple of weird things. We got like a debt collector thing in the mail, but we don't think it's our debt. Like it doesn't look remotely familiar and we have really like no idea how to handle that. So I have no idea what it is and we got to figure it out. But so yeah, whatever that is, / whether it is just like a scam of someone fishing for information or is like an actual thing that we need to fight. But anyway, so figuring that out, I probably should reach back out about the couches, see if there's any update there. Yeah, and so I guess same thing while I'm doing, you know, the trip blocking dates. I can also start working on the home calendar as well. Again, we'll have to see how I like Notion. So I'm like transferring some of the information that I already have. But yeah, so I'm gonna use the dot markers this week because I don't feel like spending a ton of time on this. Can I tell you how many times I do that? I'm not gonna go over it in the other color because I don't want it to bleed through onto my weekly spread though. So we're just gonna have 2 in that color this week and we're gonna try and not let that drive me crazy. I don't know why it's particularly like that those 2 are back to back and then like a more similar color. I don't know, I just feel like that always happens. All right, so that is my weekly actions for the week. Nice and easy, not something that needs to take you a super long time, just kind of strategizing out for the week. So now we have my weekly spread and I'm gonna start by just putting in a couple of appointments that I have. So today I'm gonna move this down a little bit lower. Okay, so today at like 2:15, I think, I have a meeting at the school. And then actually right before that, these foil icons, right before that, I have just a really quick call with the new piano teacher. And then tomorrow at 10, I have a project kickoff call. And then on Wednesday, really late, at like 3, I have a work client call. And then today, after school, there's no theater because my daughter's show was this past weekend and they're off for 2 weeks now, and then the auditions for the next show start. So, but my little one does have art class. So my 2 big kids are taking the bus home. And then on Tuesday, we've got our usual driving shenanigans. So my son has golf and my daughter has the school club, so she gets to stay at school. I take my son to golf, pick up the little one, pick him up, then pick her up. So it's just a lot of driving. A lot of driving. And then there is a Club Maxi social. I don't know if I'm gonna go or not. I'll see how I'm feeling, but if I feel like it, it's there at 8 p.m. Okay. And then on Wednesday, oh, I need a special reminder. Quarterly taxes are due. I have my own business. I get paid by 1099, so I have to pay my federal and state income tax quarterly. And then there is an EC affiliate call at 8 p.m. and that I will go to. It's kind of fun. Okay. Thursday is cleaning people, and I will try and go to spin class hopefully. And then on Friday, the kids have a half day. 2 of the 3 kids have a half day. And lastly, my daughter has a doctor's appointment on Friday. Okay, so let's make a Monday to-do list and then I'll do the weekly one. We're going all kinds of hours. So this morning I was up early to write, and then just some work stuff, which is ongoing right now. So some of it's done. So okay. The other thing that I actually really want to do today is to work on YouTube editing. I'm really behind on that. So I want to make sure that that happens today. And of course we're having some planning time now, and I still need to do some content planning as well, so we can just have like kind of some general, that's not at all what I meant to write. I'm saying content planning, but I just want to write planning. So my camera just cut out. Hopefully it didn't miss anything, but pretty much done with that. Monday I'm just gonna put dinner in here. So just like so. I have an unopened roll of Simply Gilded washi, which is crazy because now and for a really long while I open them and swatch them when I receive them. So for me to have like an unopened roll is pretty unusual at this point. I'm gonna put some at the bottom. This really pretty red. A little bit more vibrant than the kit, but I'm going with it. I think that's it for Monday. Tomorrow, it's actually, we can start the day with like a checklist. So finish work, publishing, and then I would also like to do some uploads, start on a blog draft, and then I'll leave one because I don't know. And then after my meeting, at some point I need to call someone else from work to figure out the plans. All right. Oh, and then I'll work on my project plan this day as well. We can get that started in case there's stuff I want to do this week. All right. So I'm going to see how the editing goes. I might try and download the Notion template that I want to start with today. Might be tomorrow. I'm just going to wait a little on that and see. But I am going to, 1, add some color into this. And then 2, I'm going to do my weekly stuff. And then, yeah, and then that's where I'll leave it for today. I feel like I'm drifting this way. All right, so that is what I'm going to go with there. And then for habits, what did I do last week? see how much this cuts off. And I've just been using that last habit tracker to mark both of those things since neither of them are an everyday habit. It's a like 2 to 3 times per week situation. So I have space for that. All right. So I'm obviously not using all the full boxes this week. I actually don't even know. Hopefully I'll get to use some of them because they're pretty cute. I mean, I definitely will like on the weekend and stuff. I actually might even just put on, we can put the double box on the weekend just to start with. There's just, you know, I'm not gonna need all of that space on the weekend. I don't use my planners that much on the weekend. But yeah, I'm obviously not doing a full box every day this week because I don't think I could fit it on Monday. All right, so let's add in a little bit of color too. The next one that I'm gonna use is probably that one and then that one. They're both very, very cute. So hopefully I will fit those in somewhere. So I decided to use the new Erin Condren markers. These are the ones that came out this summer with like the new planner release. I really love these highlighters. I think it was just such a gorgeous upgrade over the highlighters that they had. Just in terms of the like the design on them, feel-wise, they're fairly similar. But I've got some colors, and these colors are from the neutral pack and then also the bold blooms pack. Both of these are from the neutral pack though. It's like a little more purpley than I was expecting. I picked these out with swatches, so that, and this one is from the bold blooms. And then I also have two click art pens to use kind of as highlighters, fine liners. It's a little bit more blue than I wanted. It's okay. This is the one I was like most excited for. Just want to add in like little bits of color. All right, so that is where I'm gonna leave it for Monday. I'm going to get back to doing all the things that I need to do, and I will be back next time I check in with my planner. Good morning, I am back. It is Wednesday morning. The kids just left for school, and I just got myself a second coffee. Well, I'm gonna call this a 1.5 coffee because I accidentally like threw my coffee. We've had a really rough morning. The kids were just completely out of control. Not a great start to the day. And then, like I said, I like accidentally tossed my coffee cup up in the air and then had to spend like 15 minutes like scrubbing cabinets to get it up. And I still feel like the kitchen smells really strongly of coffee. But anyway, I've got a new cup of coffee, a slightly sweetened cup of coffee this time, and I am ready to get set up for the day. I have had a really productive Monday, Tuesday, a little bit different than what I expected to be working on. We were supposed to have a kickoff call yesterday morning for this project, but the client hasn't signed the contract yet, so we don't typically, well, I would say we don't typically start projects unless their contract's been signed. Just, you know, I don't want to do work if I'm not going to get paid, obviously. And, you know, the agency that I work with also feels that way. Occasionally, you know, if the contract is coming in and it's a trustworthy client, you know, we might start a little bit early, but I was told to hold off on anything with this. So I kind of had to like reformat what I was working on a little bit. But that being said, I did work on a lot of Notion stuff and I'm super excited for it. I'm not going to call it finished, and I do want to watch the MakseLife, the Club Moxie video that is, I think, tomorrow night before I like declare it working, but I've been working on it a lot. It looks really, really good. And I also started work on my work rubric. I really just didn't feel like writing yesterday, so I need to do some writing between now and the end of the week on this blog, especially given that this project hasn't started yet. But all in all, really good shape. So I did, yeah, like I said, I did not start the blog draft. I don't know if writer's block is hard sometimes. I just need to force myself to start and then I'll be okay. But anyway, yeah, so I did start on the Notion. I think I need to prioritize for a minute. All right, I'm gonna make myself like a nice long to-do list for today. I think I'm gonna use the heart checklist. I have like a lot of little things that I kind of want to take care of. The only issue with this is these don't actually like line up with the lines. But I do kind of like the way they look, so I'm gonna go for it. All right. So first things first, the quarterly taxes. So I need to do, I'm just gonna put finances. I need to pay that. And then we got the other financial stuff that I was like looking into taken care of. I'm now like disputing an insurance issue from 2021. So that's super fun. But anyway, I have a couple of bills that I need to pay, including the quarterly taxes. So I'm gonna do that next up after this. I just need to follow up with someone from work just about this project stuff. Okay. I do want to work on some more video editing today. We have, oh, actually, whoa. And then the trip stuff. Okay, so we have weekend plans. We're actually going out of town this weekend, which I totally forgot, just to my parents' beach house, so not like a major trip. But we were thinking about, my husband and I were thinking about getting a hotel room overnight just for us so that we could have like a fun date night away for the kids because my mom offered to babysit, but then also the kids could potentially use the hotel, like an indoor hotel pool on the day that we use the hotel, the day that we have the room. So we're looking into that. And if not, I do want to make a dinner reservation, even if we're not doing that, so that we can go out to dinner. And then we booked our flights for our trip in February, but we were still deciding on the Airbnb. So I also want to take care of that. And then the trip will be booked. My husband still booked a car, but he said he would take care of that. So I'm not going to worry about it. And yeah, the flights are booked. So that'll take care of the trip that'll take care of the weekend plans and booking the February trip. I haven't started on the routine docs yet, but I've been thinking a lot about that. So I'm going to circle back to that in 1 second. The debt thing is taken care of. The medical bills will be taken care of after the finance thing. Oh, couch follow-up. I could do that today. I think if I don't feel like writing today, I want to just try and tackle as much of the other to-do list stuff as humanly possible. And then I can do the writing on Thursday and Friday. That's totally fine if that's what I want to do. But if that is the case, then I do need to like just tackle as much as possible. I did walk yesterday. It was a really short one though. And so I would like to walk again today a little bit longer. I ended up, the Notion stuff. And then I ended up working on it last night too. It's really fun to set up. It feels like planning, in that fun way, except I was making like digital washi on Canva and all this stuff. It's looking really cute, but it also really functional. And then also while I was doing that, I was like, oh, I could just put some of the work tracking stuff that I'm building in here, and that way it's all like linked and it still like looks good on my phone for the parts that I use on my phone. So I'm really, really happy with what's going on with it right now. It's not done yet though, so I definitely have more to do. And what I did is I took a template that another YouTuber, Alexis Elridge, who I will link the video below, she shared her Notion setup and her template, and she said in the video that she used to be a bullet journaler. It's actually the first video I ever watched of her. Now I really love her channel. She's a vlogger. So anyway, I downloaded her template and then just started like customizing on top of that. It was, even though I didn't end up keeping a lot of things that she had, it was really helpful to have that as a starting point and to be like, well, this works for my life, this doesn't, I like this better here. I am having some problems getting the calendar to like sit in the Notion. It keeps logging me out for some reason, and that I don't like, because I was trying to have the calendar as part of the page. If not, I might just have to like always have my calendar open on the computer as well. I always want to have like my big Google Calendar open with the color coding so that I can see that. I'm just very much a calendar person. And then also to have like this kind of digital place for to-dos, especially for like work stuff, and I can add to the list on my phone on the go, which is really, really helpful. Okay, so yeah, I want to walk again. Yeah, if you have people that you've been loving on YouTube lately, I've been like on a major YouTube kick lately, and I've been looking for new channels. So if you have other favorites, not just like planner people, but also just people who post like fun vlogs or morning routines, anything like that, or like reading stuff, whatever, just you can leave me your favorites down below. I'm definitely looking for more people to watch. Okay, so I can do the couch follow-up too. I feel like that's not even worth writing on the to-do list. It'll take, oh, and actually I'll just put follow-ups because I also need to do this camp follow-up. My youngest, one of her friends has signed up for camp and wasn't before, and we want them to be in the same bunk together. Okay, so that is all of those things. And then I think I will keep working on probably on the Notion and specifically the home calendar stuff. So kind of on both of those things, because again, building those things into the Notion system, I think is maybe the right move. Notion/home calendar. So the trip calendar for the year is semi done as well, but I think I may actually end up using some of these calendars a little bit as well here. So I'm still thinking about that. Oh, I have some pages hidden in there. That was stuff from the quarterly assessment, the routines, and the seasonal bucket list that I have not worked on yet. The routines is definitely coming soon. The seasonal bucket list, I'm not really sure. I may not do the seasonal bucket list, but I may. Okay, anyway, so let's go back to my weekly actions for a second. So the first draft of the project rubric, that is done. I'm gonna take another pass through it, but I definitely did enough to like call it a success for this week. And likewise, the Notion dashboard, routine documentation, I still want to do. February trip, we're still working on, and this trip dates thing. Okay, so I might actually use this for some notes. So on the trip dates, we have cousins in Florida. That's actually who we're going to see in February. And then we're going to have to go back in November for their son's bar mitzvah, but I don't remember the actual date. So I want to put that in my planner. We have spring break. I'm hoping that this will be our big family trip, just our immediate family. I don't think we're going away with my whole family again, although we will for the bar mitzvah. And then summer, the kid-free trip, looking at some dates in July/August. Okay, for that. And then we've got Feb. Feb is booked. This is not in order, obviously, or at least booked enough to call it. You know, we bought the tickets. It's definitely happening. And then I'm gonna just look through winter break, probably just a short trip then, because we do have like a lot of, you know, Christmas family obligations. And then just take a look through this, see if there's any other long weekends that we would potentially want to do a mini trip on. So anyway, that is what I'm working with there. As I mentioned, sometimes this will be used for extra listing space or just like notes. This will get transferred somewhere more permanent, but I just kind of needed to get it out of my brain. And then, yeah, so weekend plans. The only thing left here is the reservation. So, and I have that on my notes. The school meeting and follow-ups, that is done. We're just waiting to hear back from the school now. Class pass is booked. Walking, I did 1, and journaling, I've done 1. Bedtime, skincare, tidy, kids screen was good, and yeah, so we're all good on that. This is taken care of. This I'll mark off after I do the last thing. Couches, home calendar, routines. All right, so mostly what I need to do is work on the routine documentation, and I think I'll start that today as well. And then I'm gonna film something related to that on Friday. I thought it would be really fun to do the videos with like mapping out the routine and then having like a vlog component so you can actually see the routine in action. I thought that would be pretty fun, and I'll probably start with morning routine. So I'm gonna try and film that on Friday. Friday is my favorite day to film stuff around the house because the house is always super clean, which reminds me, I was watching a tattoo teacher plans video, and Taylor was saying how like, remember when you're watching someone's routine that this is like, they're showing you their best day. So just do keep that in mind, right? My house is not always like super spotless, but we do have a tendency, you know, to share our highlight reel. But I like this because one of the things that I really want to do is like, a lot of people, you watch those morning routine videos and they're doing like these epic workouts and having like these beautiful breakfasts and kind of all of that stuff. But like, I am still very much in the thick of like, the kids need help, and that is not what my mornings look like. And it was harder for me to find like more realistic mom life routines. I'm not waking up at 5 a.m., not working out before the kids are awake. My kids are up so early. I actually usually wake up after my kids, you know, just kind of dealing with that. All right, packing lunch boxes and homework and all that kind of stuff. All right, so on Thursday, I'll start writing. Not my best handwriting this week. Got a lot to get out of my brain today. All right, so I think I'm gonna cut some of these full boxes just because I do want to use some of them, and like there's space here, but not all of the space. So I am gonna cut some of this off. This one's really cute. Needs to be just a drop shorter. And then I think I'm gonna put this here. I had a YouTube video go up on Tuesday and I would like to have another one up on Friday. That is my goal for right now, is 2 videos a week, so that's my goal for the rest of the month. And I actually think that these are both gonna be plan with me's. And then next week I'll have a plan with me and the morning routine video, hopefully. This was my first plan with me of the year. And then this one will be for the week after that, which is the week before this. All right. And then dinners, we had tacos. Last night we had leftover tacos, which is where we took a bunch of the pork from Sunday and turned it into tacos. So if you didn't see my last plan with me or hear me mention, in January, we're trying once a week, usually on Sunday, to cook like a large roast meat from the freezer, because we have like a ton of kind of like entertaining meats, we'll call them, in the freezer. And whether or not we're having people over, we're trying to do that. So I did a giant pork roast on Sunday and we have like a ton of leftovers. So we had leftover tacos last night. It also provides meat for the week. They were really good. The kids really liked them. I added some sauce to the pork, chopped it up, and yeah, we had some tacos. So that was great. And then tomorrow we are having, I guess I could have written that a lot bigger. I have to figure out, this just like reminded me, I need to like figure out what I'm doing with my nails. I have like gels on, but I swear, I don't know what has been going on lately. The last like 2 or 3 gel manicures that I've gotten just have not lasted at all, which is so frustrating. Going to the same nail salon, the same woman has been doing my nails. I don't know if they changed something, but yeah, it's just really, really frustrating. All right, so I think that, I don't know, I don't have anything else to put in there. Tuesday, we're all set here. The club social was last night. I stopped by for like a second, but I was just like having trouble paying attention and I didn't want to, I don't know. I feel like I always try with the live events, but I'm such a team replay person. I think it might be just time to acknowledge that. I will go to the EC Town Hall tonight though. That's different. I think I'm gonna use a full box on Thursday. There's not gonna be like a lot going on Thursday. I wanna devote a lot of time to writing. So I think I'm just gonna put this in. If I have to trim it down or whatever, I will later. There's already a ton on my planner for today. So I also think, that's pretty much set for the day there. But I'm not gonna put a full box there. I'm gonna do a bit of washi. I haven't used that one yet. That's really cute. And if I end up having to pull something up to like, emergency add something to my planner, I can always do that, but I don't think I will. Add in a bit of deco. I don't even know what this is, like a spool of yarn and a notebook. I'm not really sure. Glasses, so cute. I do not wear glasses anymore, not since the LASIK. Seriously, just one of the best decisions I've ever made. Okay, and then yeah, Thursday, I'm gonna leave it like that. Friday, we're gonna film and we'll also be doing work stuff. So again, just working on that blog and writing, and then the kids have a half day of school. So the morning is, it's just gonna be writing / work, and then the kids have a half day, so they're gonna come home from school. I will give them lunch. We'll need some kind of activity. I might take them to the library because my library card is actually about to expire and I don't have a copy of it. I can't find it and I don't know my number, so it's been very hard for me to renew. So I can take care of that. And then I also wanted to ask if there was is there such a thing as kids library cards? They don't really need them, but I was trying to put Libby on our kids locked iPad, and I feel like they need a separate library card for that. But if not, I'll just get one for my husband. That way it doesn't impact how many books I can have out from Libby at a time. The chatty plan with me. Confirm the schedule with my husband because I'm not sure how this pickup is gonna work. I've got to be couple places at once, but anyway, just figured that out for that. And then yeah, I don't really have anything else on Friday. I've only meal planned through Thursday as per usual for the week. So we're just gonna up and go in the morning. We're just gonna drive right to the beach. I don't know exactly what we're doing on those days, but I do know that we are having, put in what restaurant we go to at the bottom here, but we are having anyway, I will, you know, add in whatever activities we're doing and stuff later on. Might be a post-planning thing. And then all my Sunday usual stuff will be on Monday. There's no Hebrew school, no, you know, anything. Basically, it's a holiday weekend. All right, I think that is everything that I'm gonna put in for now. So I will be back, I would say 1 to 2 more times, at least one more planning time to kind of plan out Friday and, you know, check in a little bit more. And then depending on how much I know about the weekend, potentially like one other time to kind of do a little bit of post planning to just kind of document what we did over the weekend. All right, it is Friday morning. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this spread. The kids just left for school and the big kids have a half day. So I don't have a lot of time today, and I have a couple of last things that I want to get done while they're at school, and that way I can just feel really good going into this holiday weekend. I did film the morning routine video, so that's going to be a vlog. I'm really excited to share that with you. I actually think by the time this plan with me comes up, that will already be up. But yeah, super, super fun to film the vlogs. So hopefully you like them, because I think I'd like to do more vlogs this year. We got takeout last night, which is usually what we do on Thursdays. I just don't like to mess up the kitchen after the cleaning people have just come. And we got Korean, which is my absolute favorite. Also just like the perfect cold weather food, because we always get the jjigae, which is like a kimchi stew, and it's so good and it's just really warming. And also Korean is double my favorite because, oh, I just realized, whenever we go, I always get a bibimbap to eat the next day for lunch. So I have a really good lunch for today. We used to, when we did takeout night, we would eat after the kids have gone to bed. But now that they go to bed like a little bit later, they still go to bed pretty early, but now they go to bed a little bit later. We don't really like to do that anymore because I don't want to eat dinner super late. But so now we let them watch TV stories while we have dinner by ourselves. It's only once a week. And it's literally like either this thing called Vooks, which you can get on YouTube, which is really great if you have little kids. It's basically just like they show this story on the screen and read it, and it's lightly animated and the words are still there. So it's really, really nice. Or there's like a couple of YouTube channels that are like people reading out loud to kids, again, showing the books and doing like fun voices and stuff. So the kids really like that. We don't do it too often, usually again, just on Thursday nights. Somehow it is infinitely more exciting than listening to a parent read a story. Probably because it's on YouTube, which especially our kids are actually banned from watching YouTube videos right now because they were watching a channel that they got caught watching something that I told them they weren't allowed to watch anymore. So right now we're not letting them have any unsupervised YouTube time. Not like that it was a super bad channel. It was just something that they like that is sometimes okay for kids, but sometimes there's some language in it. And I had told them they could watch something else, and then I caught them watching the thing that they're not supposed to be watching. So anyway, we are not watching YouTube this week. I don't know why they just like love it. I mean, I also love YouTube, so I can totally relate, but you do have to be careful with kids watching it. I'm gonna use this sticker, just really, really pretty. I'm just putting a little bit of deco in here. So my game plan for the day is finish up working on the stuff that I was working on, get as much wrapped up as I can in the next couple of hours. Then my husband should be home in time to help with pickup. If not, we have a game plan, but he thought he was gonna get out early from work anyways since we're going into the holiday weekend. I don't know what we're gonna have for dinner tonight. I was just thinking I should also probably do a little bit of laundry since we're going away. And then also, I'll probably pack up for the beach. And then also just need to do a little bit more editing. So that's gonna get my dinner, which may still be leftovers. We'll see how I'm feeling. We do try and like do a really good job clearing out the fridge. All right, then on the weekend, we're gonna up and drive. I'm gonna use a Starbucks cup instead of a car since we always stop for coffee and I haven't gotten to use a Starbucks cup sticker in a while. Would help if I wrote and instead of ang. Then we're gonna just kind of do the things. Just stick in some stickers. I'm gonna just get this all stickered up now so that I can put all this stuff away, but I will pop back in so you can see like the full completed spread. It's gonna depend on how cold it is. Like if it's not freezing, we'll probably go do outside stuff. And if it is freezing, then we will not. My husband and I have a date night. We're not doing the hotel thing. We might take the kids to this new water park that opened in Atlantic City. We'll get to hear whether we did that or not soon. But my husband and I have early dinner reservations. My mom's gonna babysit. And again, we may, like I said, go to the water park this day. I'm just gonna move this up a little just to change up the placing because I didn't like the way that washi was sitting. And I am done. I'm adding to this to-do list. I'm good for to-dos for the week. So I will fill this out when we get back from our trip and I'll share that with you, but I do want to just check in with the weekly actions one more time. So this is started. Weekend plans are done. Blog draft is due next week. Routine documentation started. I did the couches. That's not started. I've journaled twice. The last one will be on the weekend and I'll do my reflections for this week and the journal prompt probably for this week, and I will pop a picture in of that so you can see it. And I'm gonna walk today, which will be the last walk that I need to do. So that is everything for this week. Really great, productive week. I am gonna go back to being productive and I'll be back one last time to wrap this up. I am back. It is actually all the way Tuesday morning. We didn't get back till later and then I was just doing stuff, hanging with the fam on Monday. So let's just close out this week. So I didn't do this. I did not get to the home calendar. I started on the routine document and everything else was pretty good. I hit bedtime every day and skincare and not really applicable on the tidy at home, although I guess we kind of kept tidy at my mom's. We had a really fun beach weekend and we did lots of stuff. The kids did watch like a fair amount of TV, but I definitely hit both the walking and the journaling this week. I ended up having a little work call on Friday. It was not like very long, but I had good news about the projects and some other stuff. So I'm gonna, mark that in. And then we took the kids to a really big arcade on Saturday and that was super fun. The kids had a blast. They really, really like arcades. And then we had like a family movie night that night too. And we watched Encanto. I was like, I just really feel like watching this. I'd been like thinking about the songs and I hate watching cartoons. So it's pretty rare for me to want to watch anything with the kids. Even like if it's a good cartoon movie or even like cartoons for grown-ups, I feel like having kids has like ruined my ability to consume animation. But anyway, we watched Encanto and my husband said like halfway through the movie, he's like, I don't think I've ever seen this. I've only ever watched the music videos. On Sunday, we had a really nice day. We took a very cold and fun beach walk with the kids. We watched the Eagles, and it didn't really snow at the beach, even though it snowed at home, and even though they're not that far apart. But the beach is I feel like it never snows there, or if it does, it's like much less. But anyway, it gets just kind of like gross and slushy. So on Friday we went out. We had our big fave dinner. On Saturday, we got tacos at this new taco place that just opened, and it literally, this favorite taco place of ours closed and then a new taco place opened up in the exact same spot. Super weird. And like the menu is like very similar, not exactly the same, but I was just like, okay, so this is what we're doing now. That was good. And we just fed the kids stuff. My mom actually made them dinner. And then on Friday we had like pizza, just like freezer pizza, and I made such a good tomato salad. I almost forgot about that. I'm gonna have to make that again. It was like, oh my gosh, it was so good. I've been doing this sometimes. I'm not usually like a make your own dressing person, but I make like kind of a Swedish balsamic vinaigrette and mix that with like cherry tomatoes and some of those like crunchy fried onion things and just like whatever cheese. This one was the tomato avocado salad. It was really, really, really excellent. All right, so everything I didn't start on the home calendar, so that is gonna have to be moved. I did start on, I'm just gonna count it. I started on all of the routine documentation. It's not done yet, but I did start on it. So all good there. And then the the bar draft I ended up moving. So that is everything. I will pop in a picture of my reflections for the week, which I did over the weekend on the iPad. But that is everything for this plan with me. So I hope you enjoyed planning with me this week. Let me know what kind of spreads you want to see. Do you like the journaling kits? Do you like the stickers? Do you want to see a no sticker spread? Let me know in the comments below and I will try and make that happen. I love mixing up my planning style. I do actually really love the way that this one looks. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you have an awesome week and I will talk to you soon.